My name is Murray. I'm a third-year plastic surgery resident here at Dalhousie University.
And my name is Scott. I'm a fourth-year medical student here at Dalhousie.
We'd like to thank you for participating in this research project. We hope you find it both enjoyable and educational. Not only do you get extra instruction, you get extra suturing practice, but you can also put this on your resume, which is always a bonus. We are conducting research to see if watching yourself on video performing basic suturing tasks will help to improve your performance on this new skill. Today we invite you to perform 2 suturing tasks of 3 minutes each, separated by a 10-minute break. Please do not talk about the research or any of the tasks that you have been asked to do amongst yourselves during this time. You will be video recorded both times for me to evaluate your performance at a later date. You will not have any time to practice today, but I will be going over some basic instructions on how to properly suture and what we will be looking for on evaluation. The first thing you need to learn is how to properly hold your instruments. This is very important for looking like you know what you're doing and for impressing your staff. So you're going to hold your needle driver in your dominant hand. You are going to place your thumb in the top hole, your ring finger in the bottom hole, and your index on the shaft. The movement here is all in the wrist. Alternatively, to give you even better range of motion, you could hold your instrument with just the palm, not placing any of the fingers inside the hole. And this will give you even better range of motion. However, it is a more advanced technique. With your non-dominant hand, hold your forceps like you would a pencil. A dead giveaway for a beginner is holding like you would a pair of tweezers. Load the needle driver with the curve of the needle facing up and approximately 1/3 of the way down the needle. You can do this with your fingertips, but be careful not to poke yourself. Next, you will learn how to do a running simple suture. All the stations will already have knots tied for you. Use your forceps to evert the skin edge and make sure that the needle is entering perpendicular to the skin. This is very important to achieve good wound edge alignment and to avoid breaking your needle. In order to achieve this, you will have to really pronate your wrist. This will feel really unnatural at first. And once you are through the skin, pull the needle out using your forceps. Repeat the same process on the other side, starting with reloading of the needle, wound edge aversion, and making sure to come through the skin at an equidistant location. Symmetry will be very important here to ensure good edge alignment. So, how big of a bite do you need to take? Well, that depends on the thickness of your tissue, the location of your wound, and even the sutures you use. Since we're working with very thick tissues in large suture, we should take proportionally larger bites. So for the purpose of this task, I'd like to ask you to take bites of 7 to 10 millimeters. Next, how do you know how far to travel for your next bite? Well, in general, I would recommend to stick to a 1-to-1 ratio of bite to travel distance. The overall aesthetic of your suture does matter. So for example, if you choose to do 7 millimeter bites, say this is at 7 millimeters, then your next distance traveled will also be 7 millimeters. Another concept that I would like to teach you today is wound edge eversion. In general, you want your wounds to tent up ever so slightly. This will help with the healing and to achieve a more cosmetic scar. The tenting always settles out as the scar matures, but most importantly, you want to avoid inversion of your wound edges. I will be evaluating you on your careful tissue handling, on proper holding of the instruments, as well as your efficiency. Are you wasting too much time repeating the same movement over and over again? And your general overall smoothness, i.e., do you look like you know what you're doing, and have you planned this out? More specifically, I will be looking at the orientation of the needle as it pierces the skin, your bite and travel sizes, and how well your wound edges match up. Good luck.